Hi everyone, today I have a new book review for you lot. I'm sorry the book reviews are kind of lacking this month, still sort of in a reading slump. I think this one maybe kind of got me out of it, but you know, obviously still kind of in it, so still kind of lacking in reviews and reading. But as you will have seen in the title, today's review is on Legend by Marie Lu, and this is the first book I believe in a trilogy, and let's just get going, let's talk about what it's about. Legend is a young adult dystopian novel. It's basically centering around the two main characters of Day and June, and the characters basically have different chapters and different perspectives, and it sort of varies between these throughout the book. They both have huge deep contrasts. They're both from very different worlds. For example, June is from one of the wealthier districts where there is expected success, whereas Day was born into the slums and is really basically the country's most wanted criminal. But one day they actually meet by chance, and their lives are never going to ever be the same again as the events unfold and the mysterious twists and turns and truths behind the characters are then revealed. I've chosen to give the characters a 4 out of 5. The two main characters were both nicely portrayed throughout the whole book. I really enjoyed them in their very exciting and different manners. They were definitely very contrasting. And even though this was the case, there were also links between the two as they came together, and it was all really exciting for me. Definitely a load of secrets to be revealed about the two as you read the book. I think Marie Lu, as well as the writer, had clear ideas and clear sort of perceptions on how she wanted these characters to be like, what she wanted them to do, exactly how she wanted them to look and act. It was definitely all very well thought out. I'm going to compare it naturally to other dystopian reads that are really good, such as Divergent and The Hunger Games, and to be totally honest, these characters are not as good as they are in those books. These characters are not really as impacting, they don't really move me as much. I don't really have a huge connection with them right now. But nevertheless, I still really enjoy the characters. I know that as I continue with this trilogy, which I definitely will be doing, they are going to grow on me, and I'm definitely, you know, really excited to see how they develop throughout the whole trilogy. The plot's going to get a slightly higher rating of a 4.5 out of 5. Haven't actually given this rating for a while, to be honest, because you know, reading hasn't been as fun with the reading slump and everything. I'm really glad to actually give a 4.5 for a change. What I really liked about this plot was the intensity that it carried. It was right from the start, right to the end, just really intense. Everything was always building up, but you know, it was always there. It was so full of action. I didn't feel like even the beginning or anything at all seemed ignored. Everything was there for a point, for a reason, and it was all very fun to read and very necessary, which is always good. And as well, I think everything flowed very well. You know, the major events from the gunfighting to the general sort of action in general was all really good. Very fabulous. Definitely a really great read to really keep your attention, and you know, because you know, a lot's happening, you get through it really fast as well. One final thing is that it's not really as mind-blowing as other dystopian reads that I have read, but you know, still a really good book, so much there to it, and you know, there's a lot to enjoy and take from this book. As we move on to the writing, this is also going to get a 4.5 out of 5 for its rating. The writing style is great, to be honest. Everything is paced so well, and I think the way that the perspectives change throughout are all really well done, actually, and I think sometimes when writers try to do this, it's very hard for them, and they don't really time it correctly, whereas Marie Lu really did. I think the chapters, because they're fairly short in the length, you know, generally no more than 10 pages, that's quite short for me, it really keeps your attention, and you never forget anything that previously happened with another character. Everything flows very well between every single scene. It's really hard to forget even any little thing that happened, which is really good, obviously, when the perspectives are changing throughout, and you know, it never sort of messes with your mind. It's all very simple and easy to follow. And even though this is the case, descriptions are still vivid, yet there aren't too many. It's just the right amount, and the emotion building is just great as well. A fantastic style, and I really enjoyed this book. It's just so complimentary to it as a read. As well as that, the enjoyment is going to get a 4 out of 5 for me. I did actually think this was a really enjoyable read. As you can tell, I did enjoy it. A lot of aspects of it really good, and I'm really glad I've sort of kept dedicated to it throughout the whole week, because you know, recently very hard to actually keep dedicated and reading a book throughout, you know, a good majority of days without stopping. So really good. I think my idea of just reading a little bit but frequently was a really good idea. It was just such an interesting read, exactly the kind of thing I was looking for. The characters need to grow on me slightly more, yes, that is totally honest, and the plot needs to have some more something to it which really sort of blows your mind, but still really, really good. Really, really enjoyable read. So glad that I read it. But above anything else, I would definitely recommend giving this a go. So overall, as mean average, we get a 4.3 out of 5. That is a really, really good rating. I'm so glad that I can finally rate a little bit higher than a 4. I know it's not my highest rating ever, but for a while it has been my highest rating more recently. And, you know, I know this book would appeal to a wide audience. I know a lot of you booktubers would really enjoy it. So please get stuck into it. Maybe go and get this book and please read it. Obviously the dystopian fans out there will enjoy it most, but you know, I think there's something in there for everyone. Lots of different elements are in this book, lots of different genres. Obviously look a bit more online if you want to know even more, or ask in the comments as well. Just one tip, don't go into this book with huge expectations. I didn't really expect it to be really, really good, and whilst it wasn't really, really good, it was still a really good read. I think if I had any higher expectations, I would have been disappointed because, you know, as I keep saying, it's not as good as other dystopian reads out there. So that is it for now. I hope you all enjoyed this review. Don't forget to comment, rate, share and subscribe. Tell me what you think about the review. Tell me what you think about the book. Have you already read it? Are you planning to read it? Anything you want to say, because obviously I love the interaction. I love hearing your comments. It's so, so good. Thank you so much. I'm also now at 800 subscribers. Oh my god. But for right now, all I'm going to say is, before I start rambling on and on, thank you for watching, and I will see you all again later.